Hello, this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy, and I'm still working on my Bloom Where You're Planted journal, created from the Bloom Cottage Collection digital kit from Shabby Art Boutique for the craft room. I've had great disruptions on doing this because I've had sciatica pain for a couple of months, and then after that was over, then I have to start trying to catch up on things. But I've worked on this a little bit, and I know this is going to be confusing because I was going through step by step, but I'm going to have to change that and finish this up so I can move on to something else. But I wanted to tell you, I had been working on the first signature, and it got so bulky that I changed around the pages so that I could thin this one down and still be able to put some things in the second part. And I think I have already gone over everything in this first section. I maybe have done a few pages, but this is going to be my first section. And then I took some of the pages I had already finished and spliced them into this, and then started creating new pages. And I'm down to where I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages to go. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and work on these 9 pages and finish up this journal. And I will come back and after it's completed and do a flip through. I just didn't want you waiting for the next step because I'm going to have to finish this up. I had to kind of change what I was doing. This was just going to be too bulky to fasten in here and then still have room for another. So what I'm doing on the these 9 pages will be much flatter and more room for writing, and that way it won't get much bulkier than it already is, because otherwise it's just going to be too full. And I want to be able to tie this together and it, you know, look like a book instead of a sprung out too full journal. So let me go finish this, and I'm just going to come right back on this video as soon as I get it finished, and we'll do a flip through of the whole thing, and I will just kind of show you what's on each page briefly, and we'll finish this up. So I'm going to work on it this afternoon, and if I'm lucky, I'll do the video today or tomorrow sometime, and then I'll get to start on something new with you. The next things that I'm going to do, I'm going to try to do smaller projects so that it's not so long and drawn out, and get myself in kind of a rhythm again, because this has been so disruptive. And I love this journal. It's beautiful to me, and it means a lot to me, and I want to finish it up and then share some new things with you. It's time to move on. So I'll be back before you know it here, and splice this right in, and we'll do a flip through of the finished journal. Well, at long last, I have this Bloom Where You're Planted journal completed. As I said before, it's made from the Bloom Cottage Collection from Shabby Art Boutique and the craft room. She has issued several digital kits since I started this. It's been over 3 months process, and because I've been sick for a couple of months in the middle of it all. And it's been really hard to come back to it and try and figure out where I left off, and I've made a few changes. But my channel, Carolyn's Paper Therapy, has all the instructions all the way up to this flip through. I have an introduction video, parts 1 through 5. Part 6 was tags, pockets, and flips. Part 7, and now the flip through. So if you want to see any of the other videos, you can go back, go to Carolyn's Paper Therapy and search for Bloom Where You Are Planted, and they will all come up. And now I'm going to just take you through this and explain a little bit about how it's come together. The journal was made, I believe, from a Ritz cracker box. See, I can't even remember for sure, but the introduction would show you that, and how I made the actual, constructed the cover. On the front here, I have the name of the journal, some lace and some different things as a kind of a background to a collage for the cover. The garden shed, and then the bicycle is raised up on the puffy tape. Butterfly wings are free to be raised up. I'm having trouble thinking of words, so bear with me. On the edge here, you could see where it was stitched together, so I covered that with this beautiful lace. And then I also decorated the back of this journal with a scene from a garden book, an old garden book that I'm using. The same pink paper in the background. Boots with a nest in them. My husband had some old, I think it was a hard hat, in a shed one time, and we went out there and there was a wren nest built in the hat. So birds do build a nest wherever they can find a good spot. And of course our kitty cat in the garden. I always sign my journals, Made with Love, Carolyn. And I decided to tie this together with my beautiful silk, hand-dyed silk ribbon I buy from a shop on Etsy. I haven't used this in a while, and I just love it. It is dyed in different colors, as you can see, sewn together strips, and it's very beautiful. I thought this color went with our journal. And before I start, I want to apologize for my fingernails. I always, those of you that watch my videos know I usually paint my fingernails to match whatever I'm showing you, and I have no fingernails. I think the medication or the stress or whatever has made them just continue to break off. And I was going to polish them today, but I want to get finished with this journal so you can see it and I can start on something else. I even have a little bit of dirt under my fingernails where I planted tomato plants this morning. So you got to know that I'm happy doing all these things. Finally, again, I can walk. So there's our cover. And in the different videos that I've done, I have shown how to do all these things. So I'm not going to do all that. I'm just going to try to show it to you. And if you're curious about how they were made, you can go back and look at my videos. This is kind of a waterfall of places to write, and it just unties. And then all of these just flip up to give you writing space on the back. And I explained in my video how I did this waterfall. I love it. That's the first one I've ever done, I believe. And I just felt like it needed to be tied close so it didn't flip open when you open that front cover. Now this consists of 2 signatures, which is like two journals inside a big journal. Most of my journals are more this size, and I decided for whatever reason to make this with 2 signatures. And when you do that, it's like never ending. You just have so many pages you can't believe that there's still pages to decorate. So I was glad to get this finished up. So on each of the covers of the signatures, I did it kind of like I was doing a cover to a journal. So this one doesn't have any writing space. It's just a nice collage of garden items and things from the kit, some hand-dyed lace here on the edge, a piece of that crocheted lace that I put on the binding there. This is hand-dyed seam binding here. I put a little sparkle on my butterflies. This says Love Grows Here. And I've put sparkle in different places and raised the bunny up on the puffy tape. And there's lace in the background. Just a beautiful garden scene. This journal here is all about new beginnings. And I lost my husband over, well, almost 2.5 years ago. And I'll tell you, coming out of that and trying to figure out what in the world you want to do with your life without your husband with you, it's been difficult. So this year I've done a few things that have, I've kind of remodeled some places in the house. I had a beautiful new greenhouse built, and but I've been sick in the middle of it, so it's made it kind of hard. But this is supposed to be like a new beginning for me, because I have to go ahead and live my life in the best way that I can. This here, I just made kind of a little window, and it has a tag that pulls out for writing. And it just slides down in there and makes our little scene in the window with the bunny rabbit in front and lace teapots. And this page here is part of a book page out of an old garden book that I have. And I just turned it sideways and put it in here as an added feature. And it's not really something you can write on, so I just decorated this with the forget-me-nots. Little flowers that I cut out, some eyelash lace here, and a basket of forget-me-nots. And it flips over to the other side with some green hand-dyed lace, a crock of flowers, and a butterfly with glitter on his wings. On this page here, I used some cool trim here, this fringe. This comes from, they have a kind of a bundle of different kinds of trims at Hobby Lobby that I buy. And so it has some interesting things in there. I made a tuck spot here out of this envelope ephemera. I put some little flowers out to the side. It says Love Grows Here, and our blue bow. And then I've got some tags here. This one has the forget-me-nots. This one has a teacup. And this is phlox from my own garden. I've put some pictures of flowers that I have in my own garden, and that is the purple phlox that comes out each year early in the spring. And these just tuck right in there. So you've got writing space here and on the back of all those tags. This is a piece that I did in the one called Tags, Pockets, and Flips. I believe that's where I did this. And this is just a hidden journal card. And the way this comes together, you can't really tell that there's anything there until you pull on this and it comes out. And that's so you can write on the back. The words say to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. And I just made a pocket out of some of our paper with that lace trim on it. So on pages like this, you've got all kinds of writing space here, here, and on the tag. This is some rice paper that I put a sheet of in here. And it's real kind of flimsy, like delicate paper, but I think it's so beautiful with all the little things inside it there. So what I did was I folded up one side of it here to make a pocket, And to reinforce that pocket, I used some of our paper that we had trimmed off of a sheet. When I was cutting out the ephemera or something, I had to cut this off. I save all those strips because I use them in various ways. And I added a butterfly and our heart and the little bunny. And this is some words that I have. I just kind of collect words in a box, so I don't know where it came from, but it says, "Where flowers bloom, so does hope." And this makes a pocket. And I have these two journal cards in there. I use some paper from my garden book. And there's your bench in the gardening shed. And these just slide in the pocket for places to write. On this side, I thought, well, it might be nice to kind of do some sweet writing on there, or a piece of paper could be glued on there after writing on it. And this is just a decoration at the bottom with lace and some flowers. It says, "Live life in full bloom." This is one of the tags and pockets that we made in that one video I did. And I used one of the large round doilies from the kit and folded it in. The tag slides down inside. It's covered with lace. And you can write on the back and also write inside this doily. So this just goes in here. And I have my little eyelets in there to reinforce this so that I could put some ribbon through it and tie it closed. Whoops, oh well. And when I put this on the page, I just glued the two sides in this bottom part here so that I made a side pocket. And this is what I have in the side pocket. This is like a little booklet you can write in. I just left the two tags together and folded it to make a little booklet. And there's our potting bench again. This page has two pockets that were included in the kit, and I put one of the heart-shaped doilies with the doorway to the potting shed and a ribbon. All these can be written on. And in the top pocket, I just put some little bitty tags and a teacup. And they're all blank on the back. Over here, I just put one pocket that came in the kit. This tag I just made out of a piece of paper that I printed, background paper. And then this is my beautiful hydrangeas from my garden. I have probably 8 or 10 hydrangea bushes. Each one was bought on Easter for my church, to decorate the church for Easter, in memory of my little granddaughter who was 17 months old when we lost her to cancer. So all of my hydrangeas in my yard are in memory of my little granddaughter. This is one of the tags that we made in the tags, pockets, and flips video. And it is just one of the larger tags, and then another one ripped to make a pocket. Put on there so that it made a pocket. And then just decorated that pocket with the, I like this kind of jute look, some lace, another bird's nest, butterfly, and I just glued that down because it had a pocket in it. Here's another piece of our rice paper to write on with some pink hydrangea and some cheesecloth up there, and this pretty fringe again. On the other side, I made a pocket like I did on the other page, and I reinforced it again with our paper because it might rip easily. It's pretty delicate. Decorated the pocket with some music notes and the heart, flowers, the word blissful, a sticker, and then inside the pocket are just a couple of tags. This page, I took this tag that had the doorway and I cut the doorway out so it would open. And then I glued this down to make a side pocket so that the flowers on this tag would show in the doorway. Put a tab on there with the word flowers. And since it was behind a door, I said my secret garden on the little words up there with some lace behind it. Let's see, this page I have some hand-dyed lace. I like it because it shows both sides. One of the pockets from the kit. This is just a tag I made with a bow at the top. Plenty of writing space there. And these are my surprise lilies, or they're also called naked ladies. And they come up in the spring with the foliage, just tall leaves, just like other lilies. And then those die back, and then sometime in the summer, these, you'll just go to bed one night, there's nothing there, the next day, there they are. They just jump out of the ground with no foliage and just the flowers. They're beautiful. Those are in my yard. This is a part of a book page from our garden book. And I just decorated it with the, this is some tissue paper that was on a gift from my daughter. Some lace, the picture of the cat by the flowers, the word delightful. And these little round things I just bought off of Amazon. They almost look like, I can't think of the word, but anyway, they have little flowers in under them. Our butterfly with the sparkle on the wings. And then at the last minute, I decided to put one of our small envelopes, and I just put the flap on this side here. And when you turn this over, it opens up like this. So we have our pretty little envelope, and I just put a flower and some lace down there. And inside the pocket is just a little booklet to write on, decorated with our ephemera and little cat. And these were some flowers illustrated in the book, and I just colored them with the colored pencils. Okay, on this page I have this is a pocket made out of an envelope with the flap left up. So I glued the envelope together, and then when I glued it down, I did it on 3 sides. And I made this tag to go in the top. Decorated the pocket with some a little bucket of greenery and one of my pretty little flowers I bought. Just have some lace back here, ripped out some things here, and put the word peaceful. This is a tag from the kit, and this is from my garden. I have Black-Eyed Susans, and I think these are Impatience. And this is looking out across my yard, my front yard. I have big trees like you would find in a forest in my front yard. It's a really a neat spot. Provides shade, lots of shade and filtered sunshine. And this is some hand-dyed lace from my friend. Okay, this is the back side of the first signature. And I just wanted to put down some music and some flowers, teapots, and I made this music into a pocket. And so we have a tag inside the pocket. And then here, I decided to do a flip up for writing. And this is the little piece from the kit that looks like a quilt on the edges. And that's what I used. I had left it long, and then I just folded it in half and glued it down. I put the little teacup on here with a sticker, flowers in it. Okay, now this is the second signature. And I told you in the first part of this video that I had to split things up because I was getting, the one signature was getting too bulky. It had too many pages. So I just kind of swapped things around from what I had basically told you in some of the other videos as we went through. But I think you can follow this okay. On this cover of the second signature, I took a tag, one of the large tags, and folded it up to make a pocket, 2 pockets. So in the back pocket, I have the one of these are 2 tags that I just left together and folded into like a little book. Put the bunny on there with the bow around his neck. So that goes in the top pocket. And then the wash day, I decorated this with the clothes on the line, and this is after they've been taken down off the line. Made that into a journal card. And then I've got a butterfly up here. The paper itself has the kitten on it, the background paper. On this page, I just ripped some paper to make a pocket, and I decorated the pocket again with the clothesline, but I cut it across here so that made a little pocket. And my tag may be glued in there. Let's see. There we go. Little cat tag. Sometimes I stick those in there before the glue's dry. And then I've just got 3 tags and journal cards for writing stuck in there. Okay, on this page, I made 2 pockets out of the that paper I was talking about that looked like a quilted piece. And I just cut those out and put a notch in there and made 2 pockets. I decorated the bottom pocket with my hydrangea and my little piece of my ribbon and some leaves, all this from the ephemera. Some cheesecloth in the background. These are some of my words I had. This is Bloom, a beautiful process of becoming. And in this pocket is a scene from my garden. These are all pictures from last year. I don't quite have these flowers just yet, but these are the beautiful, my wall. I have at the end of my driveway, I have a curved brick wall, and that's where my secret garden is, on the other side of that. And I have some a crepe myrtle and the red hibiscus, and you can look across my backyard and barely see a little bit of blue back there, which is the Ohio River in Kentucky. And I made that into a journal card. This pocket up here is decorated with our garden shed, Live Life in Full Bloom, and some cheesecloth. And inside that pocket is my beautiful butterfly. I captured that. It's very hard to capture the picture of a butterfly with the wings open, but I just keep snapping pictures until I finally catch one with the wings open. Isn't that beautiful? I always try to have plenty of flowers for the butterflies and bees. Okay, this is my, I explained in one of my videos, this is what was left of a beautiful Easter card that I made for my mother. And I laid it out to look at it, and somehow my dog got a hold of it and chewed the whole thing up. And this is all that was left. So I saved it and I turned it into a little tuck spot. And inside the tuck spot, I have one of the tags from the kit. And then this is the heart doily. And I used a bow and the bird houses. I kind of put them on there this way so the heart could lay down in here. There we go. This is part of one of the book pages out of the garden book. And I did not color this one. This one was in color in the book. That's probably what made me think to color that other one with my pencils. I just reinforced the edges of this with one of our leftover strips of paper and these pretty pearls that stick on. On the other side, I wanted to make a little spot for writing, so I just tore out a piece of our more solid background paper and a pot of flowers. Over here, I took the page that had the books, stack of books and butterflies on it, and I just tore it and made a side pocket. And inside that pocket is a tag with some pockets. And what I did was just tear this paper here with the roses, and I made a pocket for these two tags. And then on the pocket, I took a piece of this and just tore it so that I could make a tuck spot for another tag. So that just slides down in there. And then this is just one of the background papers, and I just cut it to size. Put the pretty flowers in a basket on front, and then it opens up for writing. Okay, this is one of the recipe cards, and I folded it over and made a pocket out of it. So there's plenty of writing space here, even if you want to write a recipe. And on the flipped over part, I just decorated it with Happiness is Homemade and some lace, the potting bench and the book page. And then inside the pocket is another one of there were two recipe cards. So that's a good place to either write a recipe or just do some journaling. Okay, over here we have the printed on the page, the clothesline. So I just put a bow up there so that some writing could be done on this page. Okay, and I decided to use the large doilies. So I have the large doily. Half of it is over here and half of it is later on in the book. And I thought about having them flip over, but I decided to glue down right in the center and make a little tuck spot at the top and the bottom, just for small tags. And then I have a basket of eggs and the ephemera that I glued down on there. This is a piece of that paper left from that, left from this flip out right here that I did. I'll show it to you later. But I saved the paper piece, and that made this corner pocket here. Decorated with our pink hand-dyed lace, the scales, and a plate of food and flowers, and there's a tag inside. Okay, this is the center of this signature, and you can see where it is sewn in and then tied. I use kind of a waxy stuff that won't come undone. So with the doily in the middle, you have writing space on both sides here, inside and on either side of the doily. I just decorated the corners here, stenciled in the background. This is some little trim that my mother gave me, little embroidered like trim, and then the butterfly is in the middle. Okay, this, I just folded one of our papers, kind of not in thirds, but kind of in thirds, and cut off the top at an angle. And my idea was that this would pull out like this and flip over for writing. On this back part where it flips over, I just stenciled. I decorated this part with the potting shed and some book page, our happy home, and our seam binding. This says, blossom by blossom, the spring begins, with butterfly. And then on this one here, I have a pocket here. I didn't put anything in it. This is a pocket. I think I'll take one of the pages out of the garden book and put it down in there. And I just have a pocket there with 2 tags. This is the other side of that pink doily with a bow in the middle. Again, I just glued it right here, and I have tags in the top and bottom. Stenciled this page, blank page behind it. This is just a page for writing, and the saying says, "With the coming of spring, I am calm again." This page over here, I just decorated a little so that there's plenty of writing space. I put a strip of our paper that's like this over here, a doily, some sticker flowers, and I think this was off of one of the little pockets. I just tore it out to fit on there. It's a chair out in the garden. On this side, I just made a belly band and this little booklet to go inside to open up for writing with the beehive on the front. This is the other side of that book page. The words say, "Be patient with yourself. Nothing blooms all year." Boy, I've had to be patient with myself. I haven't bloomed hardly at all this year, but hopefully I'm going to bloom where I'm planted now. Writing space and a butterfly sticker. On the back side, I just put a little pocket and some ephemera in there, and then this. Oh, this is that same picture for a journal card. Over here, I made a pocket with our pink and white paper. I decorated it with some book page, the word home, the little house, and some of the blue flowers. And inside the pocket, oh, this is another one of the items that we did in the tags, pockets and flips. And this is actually another hidden tag that comes out of here. It's going to be taken out and written on. When it comes together, because of the way it's made, it goes together so that you cannot tell there's a tag there. Okay, we're almost there. Some lace here, and I had this kind of triangle piece, so I let it hang out over the side. Ripped a corner of paper for a corner pocket. And this is that little piece I showed you. I think Carrie Ann with Shabby Art Boutique showed this. I'm not sure, but I think it was her. The little strips of paper that we have left, we just folded it into a little strip like this, and I put the bow on it. That's just a way to use up some of that paper. And inside that corner pocket, I have put a little journal card, and then this is a tag with my surprise lilies and the river sunset in the background, the word bloom and some lace, and then a couple of tags inside. Over here, I just decided to make some writing space, so I just ripped the paper so that the yellow would frame it. And then I put, that's that butterfly that was on the flower that I took picture of. I just cut it out and put it on there. Okay, this is the back of this signature. Another pocket made out of that blue and white stripe with some little chickies on there and a bow up here, and inside I just took a piece of this pretty paper and made it into a little booklet for writing. The inside back cover is an envelope. This is the envelope here, and so when you glue down the flap, then you cover it with another piece of paper. So that's what this is. So this green and white covers the flap of the envelope where I glued it on this page. And then I have a tuck spot here of the garden gate with a little tag inside. And then this this side of the envelope I have decorated with some words from the book, some lace, happiness is homemade, and a birdhouse with the lovely hydrangeas. And this is open, just in case it doesn't flip open so that you don't miss anything. And inside is a lesson about starting, having a garden setting in for your home. And it's a nice little article. And then on the back side is a place to write. And then I have the nest ephemera. And that all just goes down in this envelope. And so there you see it. It's finally done. I think I'm gonna have a party. I love it. I enjoyed every minute making it. There's always a million more things that you can do. You know, you go through and you think, oh, I could have put glitter on that, or I could have decorated this tag more or something, but it comes a point where you have to just finish it. And it's got plenty in it to be entertaining if someone just wants to flip through and look at it. There's plenty of places to write. And I'm not sure, but I may keep this for myself for my new beginning and make some little notes through there. I'm not sure. I'll just enjoy looking at it for a while. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hated it not to go ahead and do the tutorial of the rest of it, but I had switched all the pages around and everything, and it just didn't make sense to do that. There's plenty of instructions in videos 1 through 8, and then this flip through with all the explanations if you want to pursue doing something like this of your own. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it and found some inspiration from some of the projects here. I already have something lined up for my next project that I'm anxious to get to, and so I hope you'll come back to my channel. It's kind of died away almost to nothing because I've been out of touch for so many months. And I hope to start making several videos a week again for you and get things going, because I have a lot of fun ideas and lots of digital papers and all kinds of stuff that I've bought, trim and buttons and ribbons and just everything that you can think of to use in these journals. So I'm going to keep making them. Remember, every day's a gift. Always look for the joy in each day. And never give up. I'll tell you what, when you're in terrible pain, I never really felt like giving up, but I just didn't think I was going to make it through it. But my daughter came and helped me a couple of times, and in the middle of all that, I was having, you know, some construction done and everything. It was really hard, but I came out on the other side, and I'm starting to kind of get my mind straightened out and get things in the house straightened back out so that I can concentrate on this some, and then also go outside and work in my outside garden. This is my inside garden. So I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll be back before you know it. I'll see you soon.